Hey everybody, and welcome to a show I'm calling Thumb Nailed It. Maybe. My name is Steve Kaufmann. I run a lot of YouTube pages for specifically pro wrestling podcasts. As such, I get to have a lot of fun with the thumbnails. And I think a lot of people always ask me or want to know how I do my thumbnails, where I grab my assets from. And I think it would be fun to just kind of do a live stream and show people my process. Mainly because I bought a computer that can finally handle OBS. So let me pull up my Photoshop. That's not my Photoshop, that's Google Images. This is my Photoshop. And today what we're going to be handling is grilling JR's most recent episode where he covered No Mercy 2000. I'm talking into the camera, and the camera wasn't on. There's me. I'm here. We're doing this. So No Mercy 2000 is what we're covering. And is that up here already? That's up here already. These are all of the clips that are upcoming. I took a screenshot of the files just so I can stay on one program for you. And what I like to do is do an asset grab first. So every asset I'm going to need. So if it's Jim Ross, produced TV and movies, I would imagine Jim Ross and then some kind of background signifying TV and movies. So I don't have that yet. So I would run down that list and grab all the assets. The way I would grab that assets. And hello, ECW4785. I have a feeling that is Norman Keller. Hello, Norman Keller. I just name checked you, and I'm sorry. So step one for me is to do an asset grab. Now, No Mercy 2000 already happened. And because it already happened, I went and took the WWE Network version on an asset grab, and I did, if the No Mercy folder will open. And I went ahead and grabbed stills and then ran those stills through a website called remove.bg. So these are some of the assets I already have pulled for this project. On top of that, some pure still assets I have saved as a Photoshop document called assets. So already, if we're talking No Mercy 2000, I think this up the saturation 20, hell 50. Hardly made a dent. And then get that out of here. And then jump on into Jim Ross, make that, put that behind Jim Ross. Let me see how that plays. That can probably saturate up even more, 55. I think that's saturated to the gills. You shouldn't go much further than this, should I? There, and then blur it up. Probably. I like the Gaussian blur because it gives you control over the pixels. So that's a 7, probably a 6. 5.5 seems fun. So now, whenever it's Jim Ross just talking about anything that is No Mercy, that's the zero subject thumbnail. So I get to go zero subject, and we've made one. So TV and movies. Let's go. Let's go television set. Nope. Then something like that. There it is. Wait for it to render out. We're going to copy you, and then I like that, and then normally doing this on a different device, so it's actually really nice that I get to go clips and then specifically name the thumbnail. What it is, but let's, so if I have the asset, I'm going to mark it on here. And the easiest way for me to do that is you, and then bring it down to like 15, not 150, 15% opacity. So that Wire Wrestler shouldn't say, "I'll kill you, Graveyard." Too spooky? There it is. And then just drag you up into there. Anton, you can tell I love your work. USA Network. What are we thinking? What's this? What's the input again? The USA Network not wanting to replace Raw with another wrestling promotion. Let's go. I think I've already done that. Yep, I've already done that work. So that was a gimme. And yes, ECW 4785. Yes, I do run youtube.com/grillingjr. That is one of my many clients. I'm trying to run down their business here. We got that. Lita versus TNA and Trish Stratus. Where we at? That's Naked Midian. That's William Regal. That's Right to Censor. Xbox, Jericho. Gonna have to touch up that Lita, but so we've got Test, Albert, Trish. We need an APA. I worry that's too vague. Still though. There we go. So there you guys are. There's that. And then give it to me. There it is. I'll still have some touch-ups. I can already tell on that. Getting used to the Magic Mouse, Magic Mighty Mouse as they call it. So Rikishi beat down JR backstage, so I'm wondering. I think that punch in I have of Rikishi, right to center, Billy Gunn, China. We just saw that. China's heat with Trish Stratus. I think I'll mark it, but I could stand to have a better China. Google already knows at this point. They always do it on that blue background to try to make it harder. Are you gonna come out nice? What are we gonna do here? I feel like that's gonna be a problem. No? Alright, right here I'll have to fix up. Doo-da-da. We need a picture of Owen Hart. That's not good enough. There it is. It's Owen Hart home video production. So Do we want to go? There we go. There it is. Ramping up. The Dudley Boys Table Invitational, I have that asset. Rikishi Stone Cold, I have that asset. Key Stores Hardy's, Rock. I'm gonna get fancy here. So like, is that watermarked? It's not watermarked. And I think I'm through with the asset grab. So now we're on to the creation part. So William Regal versus Naked Midian. So let's do clip template. There we go. So there's a wrestlers folder and then dope. So let's. I like to saturate. I like to oversaturate just a little. And what I like about this is all of these are stills from the event we're talking about. They're from No Mercy 2000. So that anytime someone tries to come at the thumbnail for originality, I'm like, yo, dog, this ain't just a random Midian 2000. This is Midian from the show we're talking about. And we talk about Midian again, we're going to use a different asset of Midian. Where are they at? Regal. Bam. 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 Get him out of here. And then try to match up their eye lines, and bam. So boom there, move it on. And what I also like to do is use the crop tool, just get it all away. So that my goal is to clear this list. So I could make this. I'm not a fan of that color for what we're doing. I think we want to go more of a red here. There it is. I like to call these like abstract thumbnails. Because the input was, Jim Ross talks about why it's not a good idea to tell another wrestler, I kill you. So, in spite of, unless I'm talking about like Steve Austin saying that, which I think they are, but what he talked about was actually broader than that, so I should stick broader still. More of an orange, maybe? Yeah, that. Because the red there, the red there. Bam. Only 10% CPU. This is a step up from any other stream I've ever run on my own. And is it just max res? There it is. Date modified. There we go. I was like, why is everything being so cray? Then that's gone. And then before I get ahead of myself, let's just make sure the asset folder is just those three. So when I hit those three, I know the APA and Lita versus Trish Stratus. I forgot to grab this China. We'll go here. That APA, which, yes, you remember. Show me that finder. Drop it down. There they are. And now it's the APA, which I don't like the blue we got going on right here. So I think if I select that color blue, bring it down to 60, 65, should be able to expand it. That's selection. Yeah, that's selection. Modify. Expand. 4 pixels would be too much, right? Yes. And then, so if you want to just cut a hole in it, you can cut a hole in it. But if you also just wanted just kind of blend it in a little, it's ultimately not that. I need to mess with the settings on this mouse. I'm not a fan of that. And then get you out of there. So it's the APA. The APA, there's one. There's the other. Delete you. Delete you. I dislike how that hair turned out. Where are we at? You, and then I still dislike the blue in the hair, and then I really dislike that. I think feather it 2 pixels. It's better. I'm over it. If you see this in the wild, feel free to not click it, because I didn't mess with Bradshaw's hair as much as I probably should have. But I will make them pop off the page, give them a tan, if you will. And it's APA and Lita, so Lita should be right here. That's RTC. No. There we go. Lita could use. I could probably freehand this. Nope, can't freehand that. Got this mouse literally yesterday, so the sensitivity's not exactly how I'd like it. Probably only 25, yeah. Then Lita goes in front of them. There it is. All that work taking out the title for me to cut out the title. Good for me. And then I already forgot who they're facing. TNA and Trish. Does it be around here? Perfect. They're there. And then this is just a wonky little cut we got going on. So squaring them up into here is going to be interesting. I like the Test is already up against the wall like that. So I can go like that. And I should be able to throw that layer there, and then I don't know where to hide him. I don't know how to hide Albert without that line. I'm gonna learn, but I'm gonna figure something out, but I don't love. So first things first, let's get rid of that Albert. Nope. That Albert. That Trish, and then let's get fancy here. What am I messing up around here? Okay. So new plan. I'm just gonna grab Prince Albert 2000. Where's he at? He went by Prince Albert. WWF, maybe? Oh boy. Am I about to use the video game one? I'm feeling a little hung up on this that I might just use the video game. I don't love that. That's a bad idea. Go a little lower res, maybe? No WWF will make that harder. That'll be because there was an actual prince named Albert that was alive in the year 2000. Man. I don't like that y'all are here for me to be stumped. That's no fun. There. Think through that. Now 2048, that would be enough. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because that's the video game one is out of place if all the other assets aren't the video game. I can judge that. There was once a time where you would make the asset and remove BG, and then you'd be able to drag it directly into Photoshop. Then they changed how the site is made, and I was like, that was like an hour a week I lose. So we've got Test, we've got Albert, we've got Trish. Got a little zhuzhin to do here. I think I'll move frame test with Albert. And then now you just deleted Trish. Put her on top and then delete a bunch. I hope y'all realize from the previous stuff that I'm usually way more graceful than this in my work. But that looks like Thumb nailed it. Don't look at Trish's arm like at all. I have to. Well, now I have to. Don't you hate that when you export it and then you catch another piece and you're just like, okay, well, let's do that again. And next, finally. So finally we get to see what I have over here called one subject. So you get a bigger Jim Ross in the far left of the screen, and then it's about him and Rikishi. There he is. So they have him nice and brooding, which meant they have his face, but I could use a bit more lightness. Also, if anyone knows how to stop thy mouse from doing that, I would love to hear it. He done did it for The Rock. And for those asking about thumbnail work, too many people put a lot of work into how does it look right here, when the reality is how does it look right here? Because that's how the average viewer is going to see it and click it, is here. So here is good, especially if you're going to post it. And just if you're going to do something, do it. But the actual output. Get that away from here. There we go. Do-do-do, da-da-da-do. There it is. And I'm just tearing through this list. Right to censor, Billy Gunn and China. That's right to censor. So you also might be asking why I didn't do the asset grab for you. A, I wasn't necessarily planning on doing this today, but B, I would probably risk a copyright strike if I pulled up WWF's whole footage and then did asset grabs. But that's not a no. Like and subscribe. So there's Val, totally paying his taxes. And there's Stevie. I think I can make them whiter with that. Now I definitely need to explain myself. There we go. They're wearing white shirts. I don't want the tinge. The saturation filter. So that's Billy Gunn, that's China. I could get away with. That's a baby Jonathan Coachman. So that's China. Billy gun. I'm immediately gonna flip it. So the Billy gun, scale him. So now that layer is just Billy gun. Scale it back. I don't hate this. And then go to the China layer, get rid of all that. Get rid of all that trash. And yeah, I don't hate it. I would prefer they face the same direction, but that seems a bit more trouble than it's worth. There we go. And now, don't crop that. Now we're going to talk about China's heat with Trish Stratus. Those are all assets I already have. That's a mangled up Trish Stratus. Oh no, I can't use that one. Yeah, no, you can use that. You can clip her right there, and then right there. Make her nice and tan. Hogan must pose, Sting must tan. Now you can trash that. Then there's Trish, and then we already have a China right there. Nope. Right there. Right there. There it is. Probably only 15. This mouse is not cooperating today. All right. So that China needs some work. So we inverse the selection. Take the pen. It's 40%. 40% opacity, and then you 40% opacity, and I make it the color black I want. Then, oof. All right. Feather it. 20 feels like too much, but let's try it. So it's considerably less blue. Not my best work, I'll be very honest. But that's China, that's Trish. Y'all are gonna click it. Do I have a courtroom background? I feel like. So we're on to Owen Hart. Wrong. Owen Hart lawsuit. There it is. Stack of papers. Lawsuit. Got it. It's over here. Don't cancel. I didn't tell you to cancel nothing. Roommates watching some TV. It'd be really funny if y'all could hear it so clearly that you could tell me what it is. Where we at? Where we at? I pulled that asset too. Y'all watched me. Now, this is a better background. There it is. I wonder if that has enough resolution. Straighten those out. You, then you. Royal Rumble 93 upside down, which is nice. I just want like a picture of a bunch of broken tables in the ring, like not like some like a late 90s ring. Oh. Nah, I can't. That's not good enough. Fascinating. Like, I vividly see it in my mind. Just like broken tables strewn about an empty ring. My girlfriend just sent me a TikTok, so I'll have to watch it later. So Broken Table Dudley Boys. I'll have to blur this up a lot so that it's not Impact Wrestling, but that's where we'll start here. How do we get? You there, 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 there. That's too much. That's a nice blur. And where the Dudley Boys be at? There's one. That's one Dudley. All right. Where's the other Dudley? That's another Dudley. Excellent, excellent freeze frame of that Dudley. Well, had I really visualized these assets, I wouldn't have fretted about that background. But here we are. There's a table. That table is visual. You can see that table as far back as here. These are always fun when they do some of the work for you. No holds barred, including murder, or attempted murder, because that's kind of what happened. It's kind of what happened in this match. I guess attempted murder is not a hold. So it is barred? That bothers me just enough to fix it. You... And then... I think here to about there is all, yeah. Well, I should touch that up a little. And then nope. Where'd our clone stand be at? Nope. Is that? No, that's not noticeable from back. back here or there, we're good. He did it for the rock. I did it for the thumb. Conquistadors should be... Nope. Nope. So that's a squinty Kevin Kelly. If I had to guess, I'd say she's watching the Goldbergs. So, si, senor, you go here. And then... That's why I wasn't hitting the Alt button. There we go. And then you go there. Come on up. Do that. That. I like that. And that's... I love it when it's easy like that, because it's not always easy like that to just get a good pull. So I like to just... When I get a good asset pull like that, and I'm just like, all right, there's Matt, there's Jeff. Frame up. Flip it and reverse it. Do. I think you put that under. So we got Matt and Jeff, and then we got Uno and Dos. That's how they're going. Go horizontal. Nope, you flipped the wrong thing. I'm down with this. All right, it's the home stretch, y'all. Kurt Angle rock. Everybody in the wholesale block. Was dancing to Kurt Angle versus The Rock. No pixels. Where we at? You know what? That's going to go with the 0 subjects. I'm getting... All right, we're going to do you. Perfect. Two more. So yeah, that's not the optimal streaming space. The kitchen is right behind me, and someone was using the kitchen. So I just kind of shut my video off. Because, you know, I don't want to get people signed releases or nothing. And the final one. There he is. And then do I have... X-Pac Heat is the title of the video. So flames behind him. All good there. And that's Edge and Christian. We didn't need them. And gang looks to be all here. I like them all. Let me know how you think. I'll come back in on my wide and say thank you for joining me. I should put up my microphone a little bit there. Thank you all for joining me. This is a fun thing I'm just kind of trying out. Let me know how you like it, how you feel. If you want to come on and like try to outdo a thumbnail better than me, faster than me, that could be fun. This is an open concept. But I think the big key is I learned how to stream on OBS, and that's very helpful, and thank you.